Bonnie Hart. I'm Director of Career Coaching and Readiness at Community College of Aurora. I graduated from SAHI May of 2024. It would look like that career services was where I wanted to end up. I was a non-traditional student. I did not have the leisure of being able to explore a whole bunch of different sorts of offices on college campuses to determine what I liked. I knew that my career was going to be somewhat truncated in comparison to some of my cohorts who were in their 20s and 30s. And so early on, I realized, I had an experience with corporate America. I had an experience as a business owner for 12 years, just previous to going back to graduate school. And I realized that career services was going to be my thing. And I am genuinely obsessed with students getting work that's meaningful to them associated with their careers. And so it was a perfect fit. And out on anything that I wanted to lead out on. I was presently in a graduate program. I was working as an academic advisor at Pikes Peak State College. And so what I really wanted to do was focus on the career advising as far as interviews, interview prep for students, as well as resume prep, because I felt like I knew what I wanted to do, but I really needed the practice of working with students. And so that is what I leaned into. Loved working with students that came from foreign countries that had that incredible uphill battle with language. I actually am fluent in French, and so anytime I would get a French-speaking student, it was really fun to be able to spend time with those students. It was a great experience for me to make that sort of mental and academic adjustment to be able to work with the students. I also did work in the evenings online with students, and I met with a lot of students that were preparing for graduate programs, and many of the students were coming from foreign countries, and so it was just a very sort of rich experience for me to be able to work with those students. One of my favorite times was going with you. You included me in classroom presentations. And that was such a great experience for me because up to that point, I'd just done sort of small presentations in my SAHI class. But with you, we went in and we taught some graduate program students. We also taught some students that were still in their exploration space. And you were kind enough to let me to present with you. And that was, I think, seriously, one of my favorite experiences because it helped me get over my nervousness of working with undergraduate students, and it was more than 30 students in a couple of those classes. And so that was really great for me. The university sort of world was completely new. And so the training that you guys had immediately made me feel comfortable. And then when I got to meet with each of you and got to learn the lenses, and then you included me in either presentations or events that you were happening, I felt like it was a full circle, complete experience where I just wasn't sort of left to figure it out. And then the offer of, hey, if you have a project that you want to work on, by all means, do that project. At the time, I didn't have the bandwidth to create something that was completely unique and innovate, but by all means, since I've left you, because of the training that I received with you, I've actually built this office from scratch. They hadn't had anybody in this role for 3 years, and they've actually completely moved divisions. And so when I got the job, they basically said, hey, this can kind of be whatever you want to make it. And so I immediately joined NACE and became informed about what all kinds of college campuses were doing. But by golly, I've taken so many things from UCCS, including the career closet. We have a career closet here for students, and we're having a fashion show tonight. It's a career closet fashion show. And one of my work studies, it's one of the projects that we just kind of gave to her because we're trying to build skills in our work study students so that they can lead events. And again, it's all about building the resume, right? And so that's what we're doing with our work study. And so I 100% have brought things, mock interview information, career closet, and so UCCS has had this incredible influence on Community College of Aurora.